Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new information to go over. A new Tera raid event has just been announced for the Generation 9 games. We have some major hints towards a new potential mystery dungeon game on the horizon as well. We have other rumors to go over the Nintendo Switch 2. There's a lot of stuff to take a look at today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really does help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the new Tera raid event that has just been announced for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And it is a decent raid event, it's just not what we were really expecting. So HDvee here tweeting out saying, HDvee update, the next Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Tera raid battle event has just been announced. Focuses on Blissey with increased Tera Shard rewards, runs from the 20th of October through to the 22nd of October. So yeah, I wasn't really expecting to see Blissey this weekend at all. I was definitely expecting to see either Hisuian Typhlosion or Hisuian Samurott, or just another massive mass outbreak event like we had with Clefairy. I mean, I was expecting to see Typhlosion because it's a ghost type, but I guess they could still do that the weekend after, because the weekend after the 22nd will be the 29th, and obviously it's very close to Halloween, so maybe they do Hisuian Typhlosion around then, because it will be like a spooky kind of Tera raid, and obviously it's a ghost type, so it kind of makes sense. Even though they could have announced that like now, and it would have still been running around the 29th, so I don't know why they're doing the Blissey one. But either way, it's a really good way to get Tera Shards. Like, the Blissey events are actually really, really good, very, very useful as well. But yeah, I think in the near future, we might just get Blissey rotating with like the Hisuian starters, with maybe a massive mass outbreak thrown in there as well on the lead up to the Indigo Disc DLC, because I'm sure as soon as the Indigo Disc drops, we'll get like other events and stuff announced. I was expecting to see more starter Pokemon events as well, but it is what it is. But either way, Blissey is the Tera raid event this weekend. It's only running for 1 weekend as well. Definitely do it if you are running low on Tera Shards, because you just get a ton. But yeah, either way, that's the new Tera raid event that's just been announced. Moving on, let's talk about this potential new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, which could be on the horizon. And I feel like it's a year in progress as well. But either way, we'll talk about it right now. We've got Poké Experto saying Nintendo Creatures and Game Freak have registered this trademark in Japan. So it's actually this phrase here, and it's Pokédan, short for Pokemon Dungeon. The reasons are unknown, although the category includes video games. So there is a new trademark for a Pokemon Dungeon game, which is in the category of video games. You know, if it was in the category of like trading cards or merchandise, then fair play. But it is because it's in the category of video games, it heavily suggests that it could be something to do with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. We also have a clip here talking about this as well, saying Pokemon Mystery Dungeon trademark filed on the 4th of October 2023. So it looked like this is more information about it here. So it does look like it is going to be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, like say goods and services, electronic game programs, downloadable electronic game programs, video game programs, downloadable video game programs, like ROM cartridges with video game programs. It's all about video games. Like, these trademarks are all to do with video games. Now, why is this interesting? Well, not only because of the fact that, you know, it'd be cool to see a new Mystery Dungeon game or a remake or something like that, but you have to remember around this time last year, well, not this time last year, but like around February 2023, I keep saying the last year even though it happened early this year, but basically in February 2023 this year, obviously we got a Pokemon Presents, announced everything, yada yada yada, DLC regardless, but there was a big kind of trademark copyright text filed by for Spike Chunsoft, which obviously is in regards with Mystery Dungeon. So this was posted on the 16th of February, before Pokemon Day, by Central Leaks here, saying new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon announcement possibly coming soon. This copyright text for Spike Chunsoft has been found in the files for the new #Pokemon Together website. Could hint at an announcement during Pokemon Day. As you all know, we didn't get an announcement for Mystery Dungeon on Pokemon Day 2023. It just didn't happen. We were really expecting to see it because of this. Like, this was literally posted like a week or two before the Pokemon Presents, so we were all like, oh, we've got to get something Mystery Dungeon, something to do with Mystery Dungeon in the Pokemon Presents, but we didn't get anything. Maybe it's just like a year in advance, so maybe we're going to get now the Mystery Dungeon announced next February 2024, which again is not far away, and it could be the new Mystery Dungeon game. Like, whether it's a remake or a mystery or a new Mystery Dungeon game, we're not sure. But the fact that this has been a new trademark now filed for Mystery Dungeon And this is still like a thing. Like, this hasn't gone away. Like, this copyright is still a thing. And which is another reason why it potentially could, like, everything's kind of adding now towards a potential Mystery Dungeon game announcement in February. And as well as that, like, next year we're expecting like potentially Black and White remakes, or Black and White 3, or like Legends Unova or something like that. Like, that potentially could be a thing on the cards. But there's nothing to suggest that we're not going to get a Mystery Dungeon game as well. And these do sell really well. Like, the spin-off games are very like hit or miss. Like, we all saw what happened with Detective Pikachu Returns, or whatever it's called. Like, it didn't do very well. A new Mystery Dungeon game would do very well. You know, they're highly anticipated, like, they're highly sought after kind of spin-off, just like Colosseum, etc. So yeah, a brand new Mystery Dungeon game would be really, really cool to see for an announcement on Pokemon Day. Again, nothing is set in stone. I'm just relaying the information to you that new trademarks have popped up for Pokemon Dungeons in the video game categories, and everything to do with this is all about information in regards to video games and stuff like that. And again, it was very recent this has happened. You can kind of make out what you want with it, but I'm just telling you the information. If you think a potential Mystery Dungeon game is on its way, then hey, I definitely do, but you don't have to agree with me. But that's just the information. Do what you want with it. So that's the stuff about the new potential Mystery Dungeon. Moving on, we also have another trademark as well. So this is something that we've covered a couple of times in the past, but we have a little bit more information about it now. So we have Poké Experto here tweeting out saying Nintendo has registered this trademark, which is a P, in Europe for toy categories. Now, this is definitely, because I remember it, because we've covered it a couple of times. This is the P from Poképals. Now, Poképals, if you didn't know what it is literally a logo that's been trademarked a couple of times now, and now they're registering this trademark as well for the P. So they might have just scrapped the Poképals and just had the P now with the Pokeball, and then that is now for toy category. So it looks like Poképals isn't going to be a video game, isn't going to be a mobile game. It looks like it's going to be something to do with merch, because it's for toy categories. Like I say, this is why it's not as interesting as the dungeon thing, because the fact that it's registered for toy categories, like, obviously, like, new toys, plushes, whatever, that's cool, but it's not on the same, like, level as video game. Like, when something gets registered for video game, that's when the hype gets real, because it is something new for video games. But either way, Poképals, whatever it's called now, looks to be something for toy categories. So yeah, don't be expecting anything to do with Poképals for like a video game or a mobile game or anything like that. Then moving on, we also have this mystery gift, which is now available if you are in the US or Canada. Unfortunately, it's not come out to Europe and rest of the world, Australia, etc. But HDvee tweeting out saying, HDvee update, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Electric Tera type Mimikyu distribution has now begun in US and Canada. Runs until the 29th of October 2023. So yeah, you have to basically go into like the game stores around there, and then you basically get the code. Again, it's only available in the US and Canada. No idea why, but yeah, it's not available for the rest of the world. It's not like a crazy mystery gift. I mean, it'd be nice to get a Mimikyu and a Cherish Ball, but I don't know if it's even been available in a Cherish Ball before. I'm not too sure. I'm a big fan of the Cherish Ball. It's my favorite Pokemon, so I like collecting Pokemon in Cherish Balls, but you know, I'm not gonna be able to go all the way out to America to get this, so it is what it is. But yeah, if you are in, you know, a local area where you can get a code, go for it, because hey, you get a free Mimikyu with the Electric Tera. But anyway, that's available now. Moving on, we also had this thrown as well into the kind of loop. Like, we have this new big event for Pokemon Go. HDvee update tweeting out saying Niantic has announced that party play is to come to Pokemon Go. More information is to come soon. I don't really know what it is. I'm assuming it's something that you do in a group. It's called party play, so obviously you do like raids and stuff, you can do those in groups, but maybe like there's certain battles you can do, and like maybe it's like multi battles or something like that, would be really cool, or double battles. But yeah, party play might just be like where you create a group and then you can do like certain things, you get more XP, more candy, whatever. I don't really know. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds very much a social thing where you have to interact with like other trainers and stuff to be able to do this. But yeah, looks like it's going to be pretty good. I don't play Pokemon Go, so I'm not really too bothered about it, but I know a lot of you guys do. So yeah, something to look forward to. Should get more information about it relatively soon. I don't think they've given anything else on HDvee about it. Obviously, we got the Timber Community Day for the... oh no, that's just happened. Sorry, my bad. Dude, I'm so out of the loop with Pokemon Go. It's a bit crazy. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything else with Pokeplay has been dropped. That was the last thing we saw on the 12th of October. Obviously, it's the 16th today, so yeah, we'll have to see if we get anything on the horizon. So that's that. And then moving on, we have some rumors about a new potential Nintendo Switch 2 variation. This was posted by My Nintendo News. This is a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. It's not like coming from a massive source or anything like that, like the other Nintendo leaks we've gone over have. But yeah, rumor. Nintendo planning to release a version of the Switch 2 without backwards compatibility. So this is the post here. It's not a very long post. It's posted on My Nintendo News saying, each day it seems that a brand new Nintendo Switch 2 rumor is circulating online. The latest rumor comes from the Xbox era rumor monger Shepshell Nick. I've never even heard of this person, but either way, apparently they've got some sort of information, who claims to have heard from his sources that Nintendo is planning a Switch 2 console, possibly without a cartridge slot, which won't be backwards compatible with the original Nintendo Switch games. This would mean that there are two models, one with a cartridge slot and the second an all-digital version. As always, this is a rumor, and Nintendo has yet to announce their follow-up to the Nintendo Switch family of systems. I mean, I don't see why this is like so out there. I definitely could see that happening. We've had it with the PlayStation 5. You can get the PS5 disc version and you can get the discless version as well. Obviously the discless one is cheaper as a console, but I think over the course of time, depending how many games you buy, it would always be better to get the cartridge version, especially if you can have backwards compatibility. Like for me, I feel like that console, if there is one without backwards compatibility, is just not going to sell very well. If you are given the choice between a console with backwards compatibility and without backwards compatibility, and they are the same console, that being the only difference, you're going to go with the backwards compatibility because it's going to stop you from playing all your old games on the Nintendo Switch. So I don't know why they would personally do this. Maybe they make it a lot cheaper. That's the only thing I can think of why someone would go for the non-backwards compatibility, unless they didn't own a Switch prior to the new one coming out. Then fair play, it's a nice alternative if you want the new Switch. But yeah, I would never get a console without backwards compatibility when there's one right there with it. So I don't know, it's just a rumor at the end of the day. Take it with a massive grain of salt, but obviously it's happened in the past with like PlayStation 5 and stuff. But either way, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they announce this very, very soon, because my lord, the amount of rumors and leaks and stuff that's coming out for it, we just need to see it. But either way, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. It's trying to hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on everything we covered in today's video. Would you like to see a new Mystery Dungeon game? I definitely would. I'm a big fan of the Mystery Dungeon series. I think they do really well. That's a really beloved series. So yeah, hopefully we do get some more information about that soon. And then, yeah, what are your thoughts on this potential non-backwards compatibility console? What would you think about getting it if you had the option between the two? But yeah, that's everything from me. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.